Alright, games. Believe it or not, the Sony Mylo 2 doesn't have games. It doesn't have games like, the PSP, which inevitably replaced it. But it's really simple games. Unfortunately, I deleted the 2 games that I downloaded, which are free. All of them are free. There's not too many though. There's like, what, 6? So it's kind of like the Zune deal. Not that many apps. I mean, it could be a great product if many more people supported it. But anyways, the games. There's really basic games, like Galaxy and all that stuff. Simple games like that. Like, there's a game that kind of resemble Asteroid with better graphics. And you can use the touchscreen, you tap it and where you wanted to shoot. But unfortunately, I deleted it because it crashed. It just gave me a white screen after a while. So it's not possible for me to review the games because they crash. But the games are simple and nothing too hardcore. So yeah, that's it for the games. Last but not least, I'll go over communication. So you have the option of going to AIM, Skype, Yahoo Messenger, and Google Talk. In this case, I'll go to AIM. Let me sign in here. Signing in. So you just put in your SN, and it works quite good actually. So you have your whole buddy list over here. Let's go all the way down, up and down. And you want to chat to somebody, or you want to leave a away message. You can see your SN right there. Just move to the right. Oops, my accident. My bad. I accidentally went to the web browser. Let me go back to AIM. Okay. You want to leave it away message, just go to the IM/chats. Bust out your keyboard. Press enter. Hold on. Oh, okay. IMs and chats/chats, you have an option of having a new IM. So, yeah. Anyways, if you want to talk to somebody, just select the person and press enter. That's pretty much it, and you talk. You could basically IM them and start talking to them. So let me find somebody just to show an example. I don't want to talk to anybody right now or have a conversation, but you get the point. And once you go to home, you're still logged in. As long as you have Wi-Fi connection, you see that AIM button on the top right, you're always connected, and you can set it up to give you a notification. So the blue light will start flashing when you get a new IM, which is really nice. And yeah, that's basically it for AIM. It's really nice, and you can always go back in. It doesn't exit until you lose Wi-Fi connection, or you exit the program itself. And that's it for communications. Performance. Now the Mylo 2 could be sometimes really sluggish. Like when you have a lot of stuff on your memory card. If you know, alright, let me give an example. Let's turn it off. Okay. It takes a while to turn off too. Let's see. See you. That's what it says. Okay, there you go. Now let's turn it back on. Okay, as you can see, I have no Wi-Fi connection. It takes a while to load the Wi-Fi and your memory card. At times when you actually had it out, see, the memory card is not inserted yet. It's still reading it. There, finished reading. There we go. It's not the fastest in terms of navigation. Lags a little bit. You can see here. But for the most part, it should work pretty well if you're doing simple stuff. You're not going too fast, Just go simple video loading, and yes. Now another thing to mention, when you're loading new files, I mentioned before, and then you boot up the Sony Mylo 2 after loading new files in it. It takes some time. It's gonna say AV reading database, which basically means it's reading all the new files, to catch up. It takes a while. It might be annoying, but it's up to you guys. But that's my 2 cents on the performance of the Sony Mylo 2. Overall, my experience with the Sony Mylo 2, I actually really like it. In my opinion, I'd say underrated product, overlooked by many people. Not that many people actually got a hands on one, because it was quite expensive. It retailed at $299, basically $300 at the time it came out. And then at the last ditch, Sony made it down to $200, and it still didn't sell well, so they took it off the product line. And we have the Sony PSP today, which now replaces it, the Sony Mylo 2. It's unfortunate it never catch on with people, I think it would have been a great device if they improved and kept supporting the hardware. I mean the firmware, because they only had like maybe a few firmware updates. They could have maybe updated the browser, you know. What else you could update it? The speed. If they had better hardware, a little faster, you know. That's all I really asked for. Cause it's really sluggish when you're doing a lot of things at once. When you're on aim and then you're just watching a video, it kind of lags. It takes a while to read your files and all that stuff. But other than that, I actually really like it. The size is not too big. It still fits in your your pocket, but it might stick out a little bit. And the battery life, forgot to mention. The battery life is pretty good. I used it for a day and it had like 1 bar left after that one day. So the battery life is still pretty decent and actually pretty good in my opinion. The quality is really top notch. The sliding mechanism is really solid. It's much more solid than a Psychic, I would say. And overall, I actually really like the product. I just wish Sony supported it even more and more developers had a chance to develop for it, like the apps and everything. And the widgets too, which I did not go through because all the widgets are horrible in my opinion. Didn't work too well. But that's it. That's my review and take on the Sony Mylo 2. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you like what you see, subscribe, comment, rate. It really helps me. And later on in the run, I'll repay back you guys, you know, with some giveaways, all that good stuff. That's it. That's my take on Sony Mylo 2. Thanks for watching.